Am I live? I don't know if I'm live because I'm doing it the other way. Am I? Oh yeah, I am. Okay. So, everybody, how are you today? So I wanted to do a live because I'm at school right now. As you can see, my beautiful artwork there that I made. So schools have not been in session yet, and the reason why I just thought to go live today because I haven't gone live in a really long time. So the reason I want to go live today though is because I'm trying to do some recruitment for my school, and I just want to talk about the fees a little bit for the rest of you out there. Our school, Innovators Private School, as I've mentioned before, is in Al Hood, across the street from Steve International School. Right now, we are a smaller school, but we'd like to grow a little bit. I do know with the COVID, Ministry of Education has not yet told us when we're going to start school yet. But be thinking, I'm sure that most parents are like, oh, I can't wait for school to start. My kids are driving me bonkers. Okay, but just be mindful of some things that our school can provide that most of the schools out there can provide. Number one, I'm here. I'm your principal, and you know very well I'm not going to lie to you or tell you anything that that I know you want to hear. I can be brutally honest, as some people know. I'm not going to mention any names here, or but at the same time, as I can be diplomatic as well. I think that main thing that most people have to look at is I do know primary education very well, and I know the way that children need to be educated in order for them to actually learn anything. So what we are doing is we do have 2 very qualified teachers doing classroom teaching. We are looking for one more that has a Bachelor of Elementary Education or an elementary education with a PGCE or QTS or whatever. It doesn't matter to me in the actual, it's like the equivalent. So if you have a primary education with a QTS, or you have, I don't really know how it works in the UK exactly, to be honest with you, but I do know that QTS means that you usually have your primary qualifications. In America, it's like an education degree with a major in, or maybe it's a Bachelor of Science or Bachelor of Arts with a major in education. And then if you have a teaching qualification from your state, that's really great. Other countries, they might have a Bachelor of Elementary Education or a Bachelor of Primary Education, in which all of your courses are evenly balanced with maths and sciences and English and everything else. If you're commenting, I cannot see you because I've got the camera turned. And the reason I did that is so that I can really focus on what I have to say instead of being interrupted or something. Not that I don't mind being interrupted. Okay, so that's what we're going to be looking for, teachers, and that's the way our teachers are. So my kindergarten teacher, or English teacher, she is from Philippines, but she has a Bachelor of Elementary Education, and she's got special needs as well. So she's very qualified. And then my first grade teacher is from Zambia, also very qualified, knows exactly what she's doing in the classroom. She's a primary first grade teacher. This year, that's what she was. So we'd like to get one more teacher, and I don't care about the nationality, but you must speak English well. Your IELTS should be at least a 7.0. I know the Ministry of Education and schools allow 6 point, but I want a certain standard here in our school, so we're asking for that score, at least, or as you were born and raised in a country where English is your first language. All right, so that's what we're looking for teachers. Students, the important thing about students. So this year, our fees did go up a little bit so that we can bring in staff that are more qualified to teach in a classroom environment, but they're nowhere near the international schools. So for kindergarten 1 and kindergarten 2, we'll be utilizing the Hide and Seek series. And this series is from Cengage. All right, Cengage is a company, the National Geographic company. So it's Cengage Learning. And Cengage Learning, this Hide and Seek, many of you, probably you don't know anything about education, but some of you might. But usually it's very colorful, and it's not like pirated. It's the original from the publisher. And we're making it a point to get everything original from the publisher because we know that the CDs and the resources that the children have are original. Okay, so this is the Hide and Seek series from Cengage Learning, which is the National Geographic Learning. This is approved by the Ministry of Education. And if you knew anything about scope and sequence, and this is another reason why the camera's turned, because if it's the other way, it mirrors. All right, so if you knew about scope and sequence, I don't know if you can see this, but each skill is being utilized and learned through the English part. So we are a bilingual school. We're not an international school, okay? But the kindergartners will get an even 50-50 education in maths and literacy and science and social and moral value, like life skills. They also have art. So they are getting a healthy balance in that. They also will take one period of music, and they will at least have 1 or 2 PEs. Either it will be with their classroom teacher or it will be with our PE person. Okay, so this one is for KG1. Okay, and then it also comes with a workbook. And this one is for KG2, and it also comes with a workbook. And then one other thing I really like about these series is they have in the back these little stickers. And these little stickers, they are used throughout the book. So it's very interactive as well, even though it's a book. And they're not that heavy, and the kids don't have to carry around 1,000 books each day back and home to school. Okay, usually the books still stay at school unless the parents require them to be home. So that's our kindergarten. So KG1 and KG2 start at 900 reals per year. And you can pay in 8 monthly payments up through April 30th of the current academic year. Or you can pay all at once. Okay, it's up to you how you want to pay. The registration fee this year is 200 reals, and the book fee is 50. So that does not include bus. And bus is something based on where you live. Okay, so that's really important. We have to remember that. And it would be one fee. We're not like, and then the previous years the school did half and half, where they would do half one way and half the other way. But it is very confusing, and since we do have to pay the bus driver, it's just better for the bus driver and for the busing and the record keeping and everything else if it's just one fee, and then it's your choice. If you want to drop your kids off one morning, that's fine. If you want them to take the bus one morning, it's fine. It's up to you if you like to take the bus or not, and that it's optional, but there's only going to be one fee for that, but it's for the whole year. It is fairly reasonable. It's not too expensive, but it's just that we can, it's better for record keeping.